Dissident MD, why American women are undateable. No one wants to play with a porcupine. I don't even want to go on any dates anymore. They just feel like a chore. Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am the Anti-Woke Warrior. Please remember to like, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure that you're still subscribed. Follow me over on Rumble and on Twitter. I'm on both of those platforms. I wanted to get to this video. There's so much going on right now. It's just insanity. It's gone from a lot going on to an insane amount of stuff going on, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with it all. I'm certainly not going to be, I'm sure. I got a whole bunch of stuff on my backlog that I want to get to, but I wanted to get to this article before it got backlogged because I think this is a really important for this time period in our lives article. I found it a few weeks ago. It's from December, so maybe it's more like several weeks ago, but let's dive into it and see what this guy, this Mark McDonald, MD, thinks about dating in modern women. So the beginning of the article I already read, but we'll read it again. I don't even want to go on any dates anymore. They just feel like a chore. I heard this from my 24-year-old male patient this week. I hear it frequently from men everywhere. I hear it in bars, at professional conferences, over coffee at lunch. I hear it because American women have become undateable. You said it, brother. I mean, I'm married to a non-American woman. I had to because I couldn't deal with American women. They're just so finicky about every little stupid thing. American women today suffer from a combination of emotional and characterologic pathology that renders them unfit to be romantic partners to men. On the emotional side, they are angry, anxious, and dysregulated. Men find them exhausting and not at all fun to be around. In addition to their unpleasant emotions, men must also contend with toxic personality traits, narcissism, ingratitude, and an overbearing and judgmental attitude that appears to be constant. American women approach dating as a fact and fault-finding mission with a degree of arrogance that can only come from a profound absence of self-awareness. They have no idea that their role is in the encounter or how to properly support the man who is leading the date. They act as saboteurs rather than facilitators. Most men have tired of this. Yeah, we see it all the time, like, I am the table. Hey, would you simp for me? Women being hypergamous all the time, searching out somebody who is, in their eyes, better. Certainly the failings of men play their own role in the dating disaster of today's America. Yeah, this is true. Men are not perfect in this. I would never say that men are the ones, or that men are absolutely without fault in this situation. I have written about these failings extensively here and in my first book, United States of Fear. Masculinity is in decline in the West. Without it, dating cannot be successful. Strength, courage, mastery, and honor are the essential traits of masculinity, according to Jack Donovan, author of The Way of Men. I think I have that book. I don't think I've read it, though. And few men display those traits today. Yet, equally few women display the essential traits of femininity. I would disagree with that. He is 100% wrong here. Equally few women display the essential traits of femininity? No. Like, nearly all women in America, all young women anyway, in the United States, do not display the essential traits of femininity. And yeah, sure, there's a lot of men who do not display the masculine traits, probably well more than half, but it's like women, it's like probably 1% of women at most are displaying the appropriate traits of femininity, and at least I would say 10% of men are courageous and honorable, etc. Donovan explains that to find a woman desirable, a man requires nothing more than for her to be pretty, carefree, and charming. Today's American women cannot even meet that expectation, right? I mean, they failed on pretty. I'm assuming when he says carefree, he means not critical of the man. And then charming is, speaking to you in a respectful and fun manner is very, very difficult for women today. Everything is just a problem. I went to dinner recently at a restaurant in Westwood near the UCLA campus. Every customer appeared to be a university student. I noticed a group of girls walk past me as they got up from their table. They all looked and dressed alike. Oversized t-shirts, baggy jeans, non-styled hair, no makeup. They appeared to be poorly dressed boys. I turned to the woman I was with and commented, They don't look attractive at all. She replied, That's the current style. I don't think they're trying to look attractive. Observing the rest of the young women around me, I saw that she was right. Most of the others resembled them. Appearance, though, is not the only way in which American women are not trying to be attractive. That's weird that you would see that in LA. When I go to LA, I usually see women that are showing off their looks. Even if they're not attractive women, they'll do their makeup and wear tight clothes, which you should not do if you're chubby. Do not wear tight clothes if you're chubby, obese, any of that stuff. Do not wear tight clothes, women. Even men. Men usually don't wear tight clothes, but not good. The typical American woman today projects limitless entitlement, ruthless competitiveness, and advanced emotional incontinence that makes it all but impossible for a man to tolerate her, much less enjoy her company. A recent Instagram video that went viral showed a Frenchman walking the streets of Los Angeles explaining how he had just walked out on his first date at a restaurant with a local woman after observing her lengthy food restrictions and preferences eliminated nearly every option on the menu. Au revoir, Jennifer, he concluded. An American woman living in Russia posted a thread of complaints on social media after failing to get to a second date with any local man after 6 months in Moscow. And you know why this is? We're gonna find out. I'm betting. I have not read this yet. I am betting that it's going to be because she goes, hey, look, I make all this money. Look how awesome I am. I have my own career and stuff. I'm independent. You should date me because I'm an awesome catch. That's what women want in men. That's not what men want in women. Let me see. One man told me at the end of the first date that I wasn't attractive enough for him to go out with a second time. I reminded him that I earn more money than him and have a better apartment. An apartment I pay for with my own income.
Man, do you know what guys want?
Additional comments made it clear that she was entirely unaware of the expectations of local men regarding both feminine dress and body habits, and that Russian men couldn't care less what she makes or how nice her apartment is. They want a pretty, charming, carefree woman and aren't hesitant to say so to her face. American men want the same thing, but don't have the clarity of mind or the courage to say it. They have become pussified. Yeah, so ladies, if you're out there being like, I'm going to be a strong, independent woman, you're just shooting yourself in the foot. Men don't want a woman who... Men know that they have to earn their own way because a woman is going to come to them and go, hey, do you make money? Because I don't want to be with a poor man. I don't want to be with a man who's a bum. I don't want to be with a man who doesn't earn anything. Now, there are plenty of women out there who that doesn't matter to or doesn't matter as much to, but the majority of them are like, I want a man who can support himself and support me and my children. That's the natural order of things. Because when we look at people who still live in a primitive Stone Age type lifestyle, you can see that this is the way they divide labor. The men go out and hunt. The men go out and gather the meat and resources to build the village, while the women stay home and they take care of the children and forage for food. So it's a division of labor that goes back very, very far in our biology. I believe the root cause of this problem in American women is environmental. It is a problem of bad values. Women in this country have been taught that looks don't matter, that career is more important than family, that men are either dangerous or weak and incapable, and that the world would be a better place if only women were in charge. Everything they are taught is wrong. Everything they are taught is a lie. And the fault lies with schools, media, feminism, and parents. It mostly lies with feminism and that being pushed by the schools and the media. And of course, some parents don't, they don't understand that they've been brainwashed into believing in feminism. These institutions and individuals have corrupted their minds, their emotions, and their characters. They have trained women to live in a fantasy world of us versus them, when the me is more important than the we, where one's feelings dictate truth and goodness and even virtue itself. These toxic teachings have rendered women developmentally arrested and incapable of adult partnerships with men. Right. And this is where we get into, look, there's more women who are not presenting the feminine qualities that men desire than there are men who are not presenting the male qualities that women desire, because we've infantilized women. We made them into adult children. You don't have to be responsible for anything. You can just be you and go play and have fun. And it's like, no, that's not. There are stakes. There are consequences to your actions. This tragedy harms not only men, but women. Men need women, but so do women need men. Despite what feminism has taught, American men today have largely decided they would simply rather be alone than continue to feel battered and exhausted by an unending stream of bad dates with unpleasant women. No healthy person wants to play with a porcupine. Yeah, and he repeats it. Let's see if they got some comments down here. This guy fully subscribed. Okay. I don't really support the MGTOW movement. I understand why it exists. I was living that lifestyle basically before it became this thing that we all knew about on the internet. I didn't know that I was living that lifestyle. I was just like, look, I'm not going to tolerate any garbage from a woman, and I had to walk away and wonder why I was the one who was failing at this dating game for so long. So, and I'm so glad that we have these movements all over the internet now that we can, as men, we can come to and go, hey, look, it's not you. It's our whole civilization that is crumbling, and it's failing you as a man. It's failing women too, by telling them that they're boss babes and boss female dogs all that stuff. If you want a good woman, you have to get out of the United States. The odds, you could find one in the United States, but it's going to be really, really slim. And not only that, if she is a good woman, she's still not going to be as innocent as what you're going to find in other countries. And men want innocent women. That's how we operate. I've been thinking about this in a slightly different way lately. Women are not being told to fill their role in our civilization, in our society. They're being told, hey, you got to go out and get a career. You don't need no man. You got to be strong and independent. This means that the men are chasing after the women. The women have all of the power now because they don't need a man financially. Used to be we had our civilization set up so that women were at a financial loss, and so they needed a man to get what they needed out of life. Not only that, but we also understood that women want to have kids. Most women, nearly all women want to have kids. I mean, most men want to have kids, I would imagine. So women are not presenting a prize to be won by a man. They're presenting, well, like he says, a porcupine. They're presenting a challenge to a man instead of going, well, what do you bring for me? I mean, I already make $75,000 a year. How much do you make? Oh, only $55,000 a year? I make more than you. Why would I want to date you? You don't bring anything to the table. It's like, okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. And in my family, the women tend to make a lot of money. A lot of money. So this limits their options. This limits their interest in a man in general. And I've seen it in my family where there have been women who just like, they were chasing that dollar. Sure, they've made a ton of money. Do they have a man to help them now that they're getting into their old age? Nope. Do they have children? Nope. What are you doing? Why are we building a system of society that cannot function? This is so insanely stupid on the part of the Western world, especially the United States. Because from what I've seen, it's worse here than it is in other Western countries. So anyway, that's all I got for this time. Please remember to like, comment, and share, and I will see you in the next video.